to 11th of April 2021 on the theme 21st Century Skills in Virtual Classroom. This program has been initiated by the Research Cell of the College and the Internal Quality Assurance Cell of the College, with the blessings of Shriman Nirmal Singh Ji Dhillon, Chairman Managing Committee, College Managing Committee of Dev Samaj College of Education for Women, the man who is indubitably a man of mammoth prowess and enormous ebullience, and under the stewardship of Dr. Mrs. Rajvinder Kaur, Principal Dev Samaj College of Education for Women. Today, the Sun and I bid a very warm welcome to all the participants on this 7 days online national faculty development program on the theme 21st Century Skills in Virtual Classroom. Well, the mission of the founder of Dev Samaj, Bhagwan Dev Atma, is to infuse new life in man by being following the trustworthy 16 relationships. And by following that same path, looking forward, we will start our 7-day faculty development program with the blessings by proceeding with the college prayer. Now over to Dr. Paramveer Singh for the college prayer.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. I am sharing the screen. Is it audible, ma'am?
Not yet.
Okay.
Play, please.
Audible?
Yeah. Done. Yes, done. Thank you, sir. A very famous quotation by Alvin Toffler that the illiterate of 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. 21st century skills. These are the skills which are required by an individual for his or her holistic development so that we can play our role not only in the progress, but also in the development of the state, nation, and yes, of course, for the world. And empowering the man for the 21st century skills is quite a challenging task. Recently, as we all know, that the humanity is dealing with COVID-19 pandemic, and so naturally, for such conditions, a skill set, a special skill set is necessary so that we can make the individual, we can make the teachers, we can make the students capable enough to cope up with such challenges. So these are basically the 21st century skills. Telling you all that the Honorable Chair, Dr. Mrs. Rajvinder Kaur, she is not well. So with the best wishes for her speedy recovery, and in the absence of Madam, I would like to request Dr. Paramveer Singh, co-coordinator along with me of the IQAC cell and in charge of the research cell for the formal address. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Good morning, all. Before I take the pleasure of introducing our keynote speaker, please allow me to express my gratitude to the Shriman Nirmal Singh Ji Dhillon, Chairman, College Managing Committee, Principal Dr. Rajvinder Kaur, and the Coordinating Committee for all their hard work in planning this 1 week faculty development program. Respected sir, on the behalf of the Chairman, Managing Committee, and Principal, I welcome you this 1 week faculty development program. I welcome your ideas, I welcome your thoughts to contribute to the success of this FDP. Thank you. Again, I welcome today's keynote speaker, Dr. Jatinder Groverji, Dean and Professor, Department of Education, Panjab University, Chandigarh. Sir, please continue your talk with us and enlighten our audience with your thought-provoking words and informative words. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Paramveer Singh, the chairman and the principal of Dev Samaj College of Education, Firozpur, Dr. Gagandeep Kaur, coordinator of this 1 week faculty development program, Dr. Paramveer Singh. First of all, I congratulate you to organize this faculty development program on a very relevant topic. And as I have to give a talk, I have to deliberate on the things which are, can you see my screen now, please?
Yes, sir, yes. This is visible.
Okay, thank you. This is my topic of deliberation today is teaching learning in virtual environment, because we all are the students of teacher education, and this pandemic has put much pressure on us, has given us a big responsibility that how to make teaching learning in a virtual environment, because for decades we were teaching in a physical environment, that is in classroom, but we are not very much perfect, we are not very much experienced to use this virtual environment for teaching and learning. I will try to deliberate on the various new innovative pedagogies which are there for teaching learning in a virtual environment, and how can we make virtual environment good one and interactive one. And before that, I will tell you some problems related to teaching, online teaching in India, and we have some misconceptions about online teaching in India. So if you see which one is your classroom, you can see there that there is physical environment is there, that is physical classes are going on, online classes are going on, that is class on mobile is going on. So there are various type of classrooms are there, and as a teacher we have to teach in all these classes. We should have a mastery to teach all in all type of these classes, because recently, yesterday, I got a that one is a message, I got a letter from that one is UGC, on the UGC portal UGC website, that 40% courses should be in the online mode, maybe in the online mode or should be in the online mode for a particular course. So how to teach in physical mode as well as in online environment? Because we have to, because nowadays we are saying that after corona there will be the physical classes, but friends, please try to understand this, that this online classes will go on now, and we have to adopt these classes, we have to adopt this pedagogy, that is how to teach in an online environment, how to use the various resources available for making an interactive classroom in virtual environment. So generally we teach like this, that is on a big blackboard we are writing and our students are taking notes and we are making a dialogue with them, and there is eye to eye interaction. And but this COVID has changed the whole learning environment, because again the cases are on the rise, and again the schools and colleges are closed up to 10th of April in Punjab and in Chandigarh. And maybe the situation may agree with this situation may worsen, and we have to again go for something like this, that is the partial lockdown. And in that cases the educational institutes will be the first one, those will be the closed, and we have to interact with our students, we have to teach them in an online environment. So is this online learning? It is, you have to see this. Is this online learning? Friends, this is not the online learning. That is, our students are watching our lecture on the mobile. This is not an online learning. This is only, we are saying that students are watching our lecture or listening to us on the mobile, and those are not interacting with us. That is because those people don't have access to the laptop or desktop or some other that one is the instruments which can be used for the interaction, for online interaction, for two-way interaction. So we have to change this scenario, we have to use the techniques. Sorry, in some of I that one is in Jharkhand, because the poverty is there in India, in there is no access for the virtual classroom. In the last lockdown, one of the teacher made some innovation. He used the Gurdwara, that one is because in Jharkhand mandirs are there, temples are there. In Punjab, in every village Gurdwara or mandir is there. So in Gurdwara or Mandir, there is a loudspeaker system, that one is public address system is there. And that teacher used that public address system so that students can study by sitting at their home, and that teacher took classes for 2 hours daily. And these type of things are happening, but this is not in an online teaching. It is not a teaching in the virtual environment. What the Dembski said, that is, this is from the Dembski 2012. The Stephen Kerson, director of MIT Open Courseware, quoted him, and I've taken this from his book, that campus technology is the brick and mortar institutional really in jeopardy. Are those in problem? And I agree with him, because in the times to come, open education has really been about expanding access to education. And one of the things we discovered along the way was an enormous untapped demand for independent learning opportunities. Those These are not necessarily people who would otherwise go to brick and mortar institutions. जैसे अब हमारे institution है, that is institution, a building, there's a big building, big classroom, but instead are people who are nonetheless seeking education opportunities at a more informal level. You see, in foreign countries, there are many universities which are running the courses in online mode only, and those have the clientele. One of my friend is working in one of the Australian university, and she is taking classes of those students who are living in China and Bangladesh. That is the whole majority of the clientele of that university is from China and Bangladesh and Pakistan. And those people are taking classes in an online mode from last, that is 10 to 12 years. And their exams are also online. Those exams are not like ours, that we will get the sheet and we have to return the sheet after 6 hours or 7 hours, and we can write by copying from anywhere. Their exams are online, and their exams are under surveillance. Those have to on the camera, and you have to attempt on some, that one is software, and there is a time period. Those type of things are happening there. And there is also, if you are responding, if you are giving your responses or making submitting your assignment, there will be the check of plagiarism will be checked automatically, and those are using learning management systems. When I talked her a few days back, she told me that those people are using Moodle as well as Blackboard. Those are the learning management systems those are using. And on those learning management systems, you can do wonders. A teacher can do wonders, a student can do wonders. And we have to use that technology, because these brick and mortar institutions will be really in jeopardy, will be in problem in the coming days. And it further said that the challenge for traditional institutions will be to figure out how to use the emerging knowledge about how people learn in combination with with the opportunities afforded by information technology and the wealth of open education resources. There are so many open education resources available. I will that one is use two OER here, and I will share with you that is how to use those OER for making your classes interactive one and to engage the students. If universities can work that out, they will be able to serve more students, serve a greater variety of students, and reduce the cost of instructions while improving quality. Because when I'm sitting here, if I am giving lecture to 100 people, I can give lecture to 1000 people or 2000 people or 3000 people. And if I those people need interaction, small groups can be made, and in that we can take their questions, their queries, and we can interact with them. So those type of innovative pedagogies we have to use in our institutions, and definitely in the coming times we have to use these innovative pedagogies, because NEP 2020 is focusing on the institutions those can serve to a larger population, those can serve to the people who are living in that one is very faraway areas. There is a theory given by this sociologist that was given in 1962. If you see it, that is that person has a vision, and he has given this theory in 1962. If you put this words, that is diffusion of innovation theory by that one is E.M. Rogers, then on the internet you find so many articles. He has given, this is the NPC, that is on normal probability curve. If we see the people who can adopt technologies can be divided into 5 types on the basis of their psychological profiles. That is, first one is the innovators. That is who can innovate. That is who want to innovate, who has the idea, who start the things, who that one is who give the inventions, who develop the new things. Those are known as the innovators, and those are the very few number of people who are innovators. And then there are people who are early adopters, that is adopt the technology. Those are also very few people who take the challenge to adopt the technology. Then early majority is there. Then people, that is by listening, by that one is reading the articles from the newspaper or from the internet. Those people adopt the thing, that is early majority. Then the late majority. We, for adopting online education, we are the late majority. That is, we are the late majority because in that one is the developed countries, the people have already adopted the techniques, that is how to use online teaching and learning, how to use flipped classroom, how to use blended learning, how to use computational model of teaching, how to use SAMR model of teaching, how to use TPEC model of teaching. So those people have adopted, but still date, if I that is talk about the research going on in the area of teacher education, we are still stuck on the Brunner concepted and model or Gagné theory of teaching and learning. However, those, I'm not against them. Those are the basics of those theories. But people are now talking about the latest model. One is the model SAMR model, that is of 2005. Then there is TPEC model of 2006. People are doing work on those, and we are not adopting those techniques till date. So we are the late majority in adopting the things related to use of technology, and some of us are the laggards who have not adopted the technology till date. However, those are using only PPTs, and for the sake of completing the syllabus, those are using these things. If we are not till date, because it is almost 1 year that from the last that one is year 18th March 2020, it is April 2021. The students are at home and we are giving them instructions in an online mode, and still date we are using this PowerPoint presentation, or that one is a live lecture through that one is this Zoom or this Google Meet or this Cisco WebEx. We are using that, but till date we are not adopting any learning management system where all things can be done. We are not adopting those things. So we are considered as that people who are adopting the technology as late majority and the laggards one. So we have to change our psychological profile, psychological thinking, that we have to be the, either we have to be the early adopters or early majority, not to be the late majority or the laggards. So you see here the spectrum of communication is changing. That is from phone, we are now firstly it was phone, now email, then announcement, then discussion boards, then blogs, then wikis, then web conferencing, and these tools are changing continuously, and there are innovations in these things, and we have to change ourselves, and we have to guide our students to change, to adopt these things, because our students are much more advanced than us. Those are using these techniques in a very good manner, but we have to guide them how to use these techniques, these tools, these open education resources in classroom setting to make the instructional process a good one. So this is a very good quote by the Janet. That is, this is my favorite quote. That is, if you see it, if you read it, I have come to a frightening conclusion that I am the decisive element in a classroom. I am the decisive element in a classroom. I am the decisive. That is, I am the deciding element in a classroom. It's my personal approach that creates the climate. It's my daily mood that makes the weather. As a teacher, I have a tremendous power to make a child's life miserable or joyous. I can be a tool of torture or an instrument of inspiration. I can humiliate or humor, hurt or heal. In all situations, a crisis will be escalated or de-escalated and child humanized or de-one. That is, it is the teacher who can do wonders, who can change the whole scenario, and who can make a class miserable or torturable or an instrument of inspiration. Or he or she can escalate or de-escalate the that one is the learning of the students. So as a teacher, we have to take care, because we are the decisive element in the class, and we can do the things in a different manner. There are so many things available, that is, there are so many tools available, there are so many free that one is material available on the website, on the that is Google, on the YouTube, on the various other search engines. But till date our learners could not learn as much as those can learn. there are so many free softwares, free that one is websites available on which the material, the learning material is available. Open educational resources are available to make teaching and learning good one. And there are so many. If you see, there is a website, there is a free software, Hot Potatoes. If you want to write, you can note down it. That is Hot Potatoes. If you put hotpotatoes.com on the website, it is a site, that's a free site where you can make the questions there, and you can put the questions to the students, and you can do their testing. And there are six type of questions you can make. So there are different type of open education resources are available. If you go on the MIT website, you can find the material related to your topic, and you put any word and you will definitely get something, and you can download that material. You can use that material for teaching and learning, and you can use that material in your classroom only for teaching, and not for commercial purpose. That is not for tuition or not for coaching. That is in your school, in your college, you can use those things. Those are open education resources, and those open education resources are very well made. That those are made in such a manner that if you read, you feel the teacher is telling you the things. So our focus both in research and practice is more on pedagogy and content rather than on empowering learners with the reliable learning know-how. That is how to make a good learning. We are forcing the teachers that your pedagogy should be the correct one. You have to teach in a good manner. If you see, there is not a single word about the method and practice of learning. We say the learning is modification of behavior. Where is the learning? What is modification behavior is the ultimate learning? Till date, we have a word, the method and practice of teaching, that is a noun, pedagogy. Pedagogy is there. But till date, we could not find any single noun, any single word for the method and practice of learning. So our focus in the whole world is on the pedagogy, that is how to teach. So we have to understand the importance of pedagogy. Why pedagogy is important? Because it can make learning. It can change the mood of the client. It can change the level of the learner. It can change. It can make changes in the thinking style and the thinking power in the skill level of the learner. See, this is the Herbert Simon. He said, learning results from what the student does and thinks, and only from what the student does and thinks, what the student perform and what he is thinking. The teacher can advance learning only by influencing the student to learn. So here the pedagogy matters. That is, here our method of teaching matters. Here our technique of teaching matters. So this is the main thing. Now it is the network teacher. I've taken this from the website. Our teachers and the students are network. Those have so many things available in this ICT world, this IT world. That is, the things are so much. Previously, we are dependent only a single book. That is, we have to take the notes from that book, or we have to take the notes from one or we have to consult the library. Now we need not to go to the library. There are online libraries are available. You can access Punjab University library. If you are a Punjab University student, of the campus student, you can access the library online. So there are, that one is curriculum documents are there, your colleagues are there, popular media is there, then blogs are there, wikis are there, video conferencing is there, digital, that one is online communications is there, social bookmarking is there. So there are so many tools available, so many information available for a teacher and learner. The geekers say that, when is by Taima, that technology amplifies human capacity and intent. It doesn't substitute for them. Technology is not substitute for teacher. It can amplify human capacity and intent. That is, if material is available on the website, then how to interpret that material, how to interpret that information in a proper context. That is the duty of the teacher. That is, he or she has to guide the student how to read that book, how to read that information, how to use that information. I come on this. If you can use this, that is go to on your mobile, you go for menti.com, www.menti.com. Please go on for this and put the code 61859978 there. Use this code and give your responses there. What is virtual learning? Go on www.menti.com and use the code 61859978. Paramveer ji, can you see it?
हाँ जी सर, हाँ जी.
Nobody is responding there, na? Yes, I got one response. Innovation, online learning. Yes, thank you. Please add on. You can put one response. Learning through internet. Yes, good. Yes, please. One, two more responses. Yes, these responses. This is again an open educational resource, that is mentimeter.com. You can put with your a valid email address on Gmail. You can make, or either not Gmail, Yahoo. You can make this your account there, and you can use. There are so many things available. That is what is virtual learning. You give me the responses like that. In classroom, I ask you what is virtual learning, and I write your responses on the blackboard. It is like a board there. There are 3 4 options you can take, a multi MCQ type, true false type, those type of things, and it is the free software. Up to 3 questions you can take here. That is, you can start your class. Suppose I have to start about, I want to teach you about the flipped classroom. I start, what is flipped classroom? There will be the responses given by my participants, and from that I get an idea, that is what those people know and from where I have to start. And these things you can use in your classroom easily. That is what is virtual learning, and you are getting the responses of the students. As here 3 participants have given the response: online learning, learning through internet, innovation. And you have not to do anything. You have to do www.menti.com and use this code. By filling this code, you can respond. And with that, there is an interaction. That there is not a live interaction, but there is an interaction, that is a question answer. That is question answer between the student and the teacher, between the participant and the speaker is there, and you will get an idea that what those people know about the topic in hand. So tell me and I will forget, show me and I will remember, involve me and I will understand. You know it. That is, you know the pyramid of learning. That is, if there is lecture, only 5% learning will be there. That is, passive teaching methods are there: reading 10%, audio visual 20%, demonstration 30%. But if we adopt participatory teaching methods, that is 50% learning will be there, retention will be there if discussion is there. If you discuss, if you ask questions from the students, in turn students ask question from you. Practice by doing, you involve, you give them some that one is project work. Then 90%, if you teach that topic. Suppose I've given a lecture on the topic, and tomorrow I ask one of my student to tell about that topic in brief. That is teaching others. That is 90%. Those type of techniques, if we can use only then there will be the much retention. So I come on this skills of 21st century skills, because your topic is that your topic of FDP is, that is what type of 21st century skills we require for online teaching and learning. That is basic skills you need, that 3 hours till date we are practicing this: reading, writing, and arithmetic. 3 hour in our new education policy, again it is given reading, writing, and arithmetic. But with that, there are 21st century skills every student has to practice, and teacher has to inculcate these skills. Those students have to be trained about these skills, that is collaboration, that is how to make the teams. Then creativity, that is how to create the new things, how to find the new answers, how to think out of the box, how to be divergent. Then communication, how to communicate in a proper language. You can speak in Punjabi, आप पंजाबी च भी बोल सकते हैं, हिंदी में भी बोल सकते हैं, इंग्लिश में भी बोल सकते हैं. That is how to communicate. Main thing is you should know the procedure of communication, when to take the turn, how to ask questions, how to raise the point, how to give the answer, how to elaborate, how to describe, how to express yourself. Then critical thinking, that is for critical thinking and problem solving. That is, if there are problems, if you are facing some problems, how to solve those problems. Then extra skills of lifelong learning, that is motivation and curiosity. If you are motivated, only then you can learn, only then you can do some innovation. If you are curious to know, only then you will read, then you will study the material, you will do research. Then there is self-learning. Then digital readiness, that is the main thing. We should not be the laggards, we should not be the late adopters. Then entrepreneurship, on the basis of your ideas you can construct, you can make some institution, make some company, you can entrepreneur, you can involve others to excel. So it is, that is the lifelong learning. Those skills are needed. It may be in a virtual environment, it may be in a physical environment. This is the 21st century learner. He needs collaboration, he has a social responsibility, he needs innovation, culture, and global awareness. Because if you see, that is, if you say that I did my course MBA and I will live in Punjab only, that is not possible. You should know about the other cultures, you should know about the requirements of the globe. Then how to lead the globe, how to lead the company, how to lead the institution, how to lead this FDP. That is the main thing. Because this is a small venture, a small department, that is IQC is a department in your college. That's how to lead this, what type of activities have to be organized there, how to engage the participants, which speaker are to be called. So these things are related to every event. अगर if you want to cook a vegetable at your home, आपने एक खाना भी बनाना अपने घर में, then you have to know about the liking of your family. That is awareness about the family. If you are not aware about the taste of your family, nobody will like your food. किसी में मिर्च ज्यादा हो जाएगी, किसी में नमक ज्यादा हो जाएगा, किसी में मीठा ज्यादा हो जाएगा. You have to be aware, you have to. Then it starts from the small steps, it starts from the family. If family se start hota hai, then it goes to the institution, to the big institutions. If a person, sorry to say, if a person could not fit in the family, that is, family is a small unit of society. You know it, you have studied this in the B.Ed program. If family is a small unit of society, if we could not fit in the family, we will not be able to fit in the society, in the larger society. Then how to communicate, how to communicate at your home with your mother, with your sister, with your brother, with your kids. Then how to communicate with your boss, how to communicate with your chairperson, how to communicate with your director, how to communicate with your colleague, how to communicate with your students. Then creativity, critical thinking, digital literacy, entrepreneurship. Then collaboration, how to collaborate, how to make the team. In your IQC, two people are coordinating the things. Those have divided the things, that is how, which Dr. Paramveer will do and which Dr. This Gaganpreet Kaur will do. So this is the collaboration. This we have to make the work in the teams, because now it is not the time where we see I have to do work at my own. There are teams, there are 5, 6, 7, 10 people are in the teams, and everybody is given the responsibility, and we have to follow that one is the basic protocol of collaboration. You will need a variety of skills to prepare you for jobs that don't even exist today. friends, I have never thought that in 2020 I have to teach online only. And I have to learn about the Moodle and I have to learn about this Google Classroom. However, I'm a student of education technology. I completed my PhD in online learning in 2007, but at that time, those type of learning management systems were not there. And in 2020, I have to learn about the Moodle. That is the very big, very good learning management system. If you got an opportunity, and of the organizers got an opportunity to give an idea to the people about that learning management system, that will be the beneficial for the participants. Then how to use Google Classroom. And there is another learning management system, that is Blackboard, जो दुनिया का सबसे अच्छा system है, that is Blackboard. If you use, the good universities are using the Blackboard as a learning management system. And in Moodle is a free software. In Moodle there are 300 techniques that you can use to innovate. You can use to take the test of the student. You can use to give assignment to the students. You can use that one is to make your lesson innovative one. जो मैंने आपको अभी एक Mentimeter दिखाई है, उसमें that is there are around 20-25 those type of OERs there, open education resources are there, that you can make the quiz, you can make that one is question answer, you can make true false type. Those type of things are there, and that is totally free of cost. And we have, because after in 1 year there is too much change, and you see after 30 years there will be a big change. What we are teaching today after 5 or 6 years in B.Ed program or an M.Ed program or in BA program or a BSc program, those will be the obsolete. Those things will not happen. We have to change the curriculum, we have to change the things, and with that the jobs will change. If we could not change ourselves, we will be out from the job market. So 21st century skills framework, I will not go into detail into this. I will come onto this. That is, in one side, there is the previous system of teaching and learning. And on the my right hand side, it is the 21st century learning. Previously, it was teacher directed. Now it is the learner directed. Previously, it was direct instruction, only teacher is speaking. Now it is collaborative instruction. There is flipped classroom model. There is that one is blended classroom learning. There is a computational method of teaching. There are different models of teaching. Previously, it is only to give you the knowledge, give you the information. Now development of skills. Previously, to give the content. Now how to do those processes, how to carry on those processes. Previously, basic skills is to be given, basic skills, that is teaching, learning, basic skills related to some that one is phenomena. Now higher order thinking skills, we are talking about higher order thinking skills. I give you an idea. Previously, what was happening, there was only a RMP doctor in a city, एक मोहल्ले में सिर्फ RMP doctor then we always start at page dard ho raha, search days, we see which doctor we have to go. If we have a stomach pain, we have to go to a gastro one. If there is a knee pain, we have to go some orthopedics one. So those things, that is, we are talking about the specialization. Basic skills are there, but higher order thinking skills are there. Now community summative assessment, now formative assessment. Why we have come for this semester system? If you this is for you, that you have to think why there are so many formative evaluations are there. Now learning for school, learning for schools, to learning to pass the exam, now learning for life. So these type of things are changing very fastly. I show you this. If you see it carefully, that is anatomy of a 20th century classroom. That is anatomy. That one is surgery kar de jada. That is anatomy. Teacher was there. Homework was there. That is homework question 1 to 30, page 25. Generally, government schools they which we generally do this. कि 1 to 30 तक के क्वेश्चन लिख के लेके आने हैं, 25 पेज 25 थे. That is 30 question that you have to write on your notebook. Nothing explanation is given. That is, what is the knowledge base of question, what is understanding or skill based questions. Learning in a room only. one size fits most instruction. जैसा भी स्टूडेंट है, स्लो लर्नर है, फास्ट लर्नर है, that one is gifted student है, intelligent student है, सबके लिए same thing. No one, nothing is changed for anyone. So then textbook, worksheets, paper, pencil, same. Challenging student engagement, जो student intelligent है या student having no interest, there is nothing for him. That is same thing for everyone. It is 20th century classroom. If I come on now, this is the blended learning 21st century classroom. If you see here, many teachers are there, discussion boards, tutorials, videos, webinars are there. Greater student teacher interaction in the blending mode, that is teacher gives the video to the students, students can see the video at home, he or she can send a question to the teacher in WhatsApp group, on through email or through some social networking site, or can ask the question by that was calling the teacher. Then critical thinking, communication, collaboration, and creativity. If you see here, the students are, this student in the last, I've shown you there, he's the intelligent one, but in that class he's not fitting because teacher is repeating the material again and again. Here he's collaborating, he's creating something, he's communicating with other. That is the self-directed learning, that is self-motivated learning. Then high student engagement, peer-to-peer engagement is there, anytime, anywhere, access to learning and support, interactive media rich content is there. These type of classes are happening in real. This is not, I have shown you that this is the hypothetical model. Actually these type of classes are happening in the good universities in the foreign as well as in our country. In more universities in India, but in some of the schools and in some of the universities, these things are going to happen. I have experienced in 2 universities in India this methodology is being adopted. Not in our university. Sorry, I'm saying that is not in our university. That is 21st century teacher is there. What is 21st century teacher has in his blazer? That is web access is there, building a new paradigm. That is new things are there. Skill sets for 21st century. That is learning environment is there. A thinking pedagogy is there. Information management is there. Creative and publishing. He's publishing the data. Web access is there. He's publishing his own findings. He's sharing his findings on the blogs or in search journals on some website. So a 21st century teacher has more access and more responsibilities than the previous teacher. The role of the teacher is changing. That is from saga on the stage to guide on the side. From saga on the stage, sadhu on the stage. That is guru on the stage. कि स्टेज पे गुरु बैठा है and he is to give the sermons. उसने जो भी sermon देते, everybody has to follow. Everybody has to follow. Everybody has to say it's good. But now he's guide on the side. He's not a guru. He is a friend. He is a guide. He is a helper to make the student to learn the things according to his learning style, not the teaching style of the teacher, with the learning style of the student. So things are being changed now. This was in the analog system. Teacher is teaching, students are sleeping. In the digital mode, which digital mode we are using, or I may be using in this, because there is no interaction. That is boring generic title. Students are sleeping or students ने एक बार on कर दिया and students are not there. So it is analog or digital. This is not the online teaching. What is in the times, in this times, how the evolution has done, that is the transmittal model of instruction to constructivist approach of teaching learning. Previously, what is transmission of knowledge? We have to transmit the knowledge. Now it is we have to transmit the knowledge, and with the help of the teacher, student has to construct the knowledge. We have to be innovative. We have to create the knowledge. So this is the 3 generations of flexible learning. First one is the behavioristic theory of learning. Behavioristic theories आपने पढ़ी हैं. That is cognitive level of learning, self-paced, individual study, based on the Then social constructivist in group. When the connections are there, networks and collectives are there, you can see that you can use the Google documents, you can use the Google Docs to share the ideas. One person is sitting here, other is sitting in Washington, New York, one is sitting in Bangladesh, one is sitting in Jammu Kashmir, one is sitting in Bangalore. You can make connections, you can make ideas, you can give new ideas. Online meetings, people generally, we have 2-3 groups where people are there from the Thailand, from the Finland, then that one is the education from America, Canada, and Australia, from 2 people from Australia. We generally have a meeting after 15 days to discuss about the things. That is, everybody has to present something, and then we have to we do discussions for 30 or 40 minutes. Those, that is the connectivist, that is networks and collectives, and how the pedagogy has shifted. That is, first one is the cognitivist approach, that is only to give knowledge. Cognition, that is Bloom's taxonomy mein, na? Cognition is knowledge only. Then the constructivist approach, that is to construct the knowledge. What I have taught you, what you have learned, what you have that one is read in the book, you have to construct the ideas, you have to construct the things on that. Now there is virtual approach. I have to show the things to you. First, I have to show the things. If you want to see the Eiffel Tower, if you want to see that one is something, that one is something in Australia, something in America, that is the virtual approach there. I can upload a video, I can make a video, and I can have a dialogue by going there. Suppose if you want to learn about the Eiffel Tower, a teacher from the France can go there and you tell you about that by making a video. That is the virtual approach. It impacts emotions because it is impacting our emotions. Firstly, cognitivist approach, जो हमें स्कूल में छुट्टी वेले 12 ਵਜੇ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਜਾਂ 1 ਵਜੇ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਗਵਰਨਮੈਂਟ ਸਕੂਲ ਪੜ੍ਹਦਾ ਸੀ, that is ਪਹਾੜੇ ਯਾਦ ਕਰਾਉਣੇ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਸੀ. That is ਹਾਲੇ ਤੱਕ ਉਹ ਪਹਾੜੇ ਦਿਮਾਗ 'ਚ ਯਾਦ ਹੈ. But constructivist approach ਕੀ ਹੈ? Why 2 plus 2 is 4? I have to construct that. That is 2 plus 2 4 ਹੀ ਹੋਏਗਾ. ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸਿਖਾਇਆ ਗਿਆ, that is nowadays students are saying 2 plus 2 4 ਹੈ. That is 2 ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਇੱਧਰ ਲਈਆ, 2 ਇੱਧਰ ਲਈਆ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਗਿਣ ਕੇ ਬਣਾ ਲਿਆ 4. Then there is virtual approach. That is emotions, because now we are living in a life of computers, living in an era of IT, and we have to think about link like that. Then pedagogical innovations are there because pedagogy innovation is going on, and this pedagogy innovation in a university context, pedagogical innovations are often described as everything which is not lecturing, the method still used by the overwhelming majority of teachers in higher education institution. Lecture is not pedagogy. Only lecturing is not pedagogy. Whatever you do with lecturing, that is the pedagogy. An image of pedagogical innovation I want to show you there. That is 21st century pedagogies to teach contextually to the present context. 21st century pedagogy are interdisciplinary. Work collaboratively, use project-based learning, foster problem solving, assess transparently, develop thinking skills, build technology, information, and media influences. So there is 3 words given by this, that one is by the word scholars, by the thinkers, that is a cybergogy. That is encourages learner engagement in an online environment. Cybergogy, this is cybergogy. Pedagogy, that is peer, with the peer we can interact, peergogy. Then is the hutagogy, encourages learners to become more self-directed. Those have to take the initiative to learn the things. That is huta pedagogy. That is the heuristic approach. That is the how to do some experiment, how to do some project. That is huta pedagogy. Then pedagogy, that is to make collaboration. Cybergogy, to interact in an online environment with other people. Let's play a quiz. A quiz. I want to show you this quiz. You can go this on www.kahoot.it. Go on this, please. I made especially for you. Login www.kahoot.it. Then on your mobile, go for www.kahoot.it. Then game pin is 6162377. 50 people can join. Let's see who will join. It's one has joined, learner. Monica Gupta. Be fast. This is again a free OER, and you can use for making quiz for your students. 4 people have joined, 5. There will be 9 questions in this quiz, and you have to answer. Ramanpreet Kaur have joined. Only 6 people have joined. Join, please. You have 1 minute more. Ritika, Gurmeet, Prabjot, Priyanka. Yes, please. You have few seconds to join. Only 10 people have joined. One has left. Please 15 ho jao. Please 15. You will get the result then. You type www.kahoot.it and this game pin 6162377. So let's start. It's okay. 12 people. There will be the 9 questions in there, and every question will have 4 options or 2 options. You have to give the response in 20 seconds. If you give the response in 5 seconds, first 5 seconds, you will be getting the high score. If you give correct response in next 10 seconds, you will be getting less score. In last 20 seconds, 15 to 20 seconds, you will be getting less score. So firstly, read the question and then give the responses. So good. 14 people have joined. So we start there. This is for FDP Firozpur. 3, 2, 1. So quiz 1. How do you feel about virtual learning? You have to give the response. Only one person have given the answer. There will be on your screen, these things will be there. Triangle, 11 answers. So 5 people say those got excited. Nobody got nervous. It's good. One got angry. I don't know why. And 5 people don't like this. So it is like an idea. It's type of polling. That is, it is a poll. You can make a poll about this. So next is, so this is given this one. So second question is, what is asynchronous learning? Answer, please. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. 13 people answered. Asynchronous, the idea that students learn the same material at different times and place. Four people given the correct answer only. Then what is blended learning? Yes, fast, fast. You have 5 seconds only. Good, 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 good. Blended online learning with traditional classroom learning. Online learning plus traditional. 6 people have given the correct answer. Next one is, what is e-learning? Two options are there only. Good. 14 people. Oh yeah, 10 people given the correct answer. That's good. Then next one is, which one of the following is not a 21st century skill? Out of these four skills, one is not 21st century skill. That's fast. Good. 8 people has given the correct answer. So you know about the 21st century skills. Resilience is not the 21st century skill. So next is sixth question. Collaboration as 21st century competency requires students to. Good, 15 people has answered. So good, 10 people know about the collaboration. That is work in teams, social network, learn from and with peers. So seventh question is, dash are teaching, learning and research resources that reside in the public domain and are free. You have to name that. That's good. 14, 15, good. 16 answers. Good. 9 people know that open next one is eighth question is there. Flipped learning approach is focused on. Thirteen, 14, 15, 16. Good. 7 people know. Flipped learning approach is focused on students only, not on teacher, school, or classroom. That is flipping for students. The next one is uh, last question. In flipped learning, what are students required to do at home? Got the question answers. 9 people know. In flipped learning, students have not to do homework. They do not. They don't have to do problems in workbook. They have to interact with the resources to get information from for the tomorrow's lesson. What the teacher going to teach. So it is podium will be there. Who is at third position? Varinda is at third position. 7 questions are. She has done 7 questions correct. Then Param is at the second. Shivangi is at the top. So this is how you can do at the end. Runner up are Gagan and Gurpreet. So here you see that is Param and Vrinda got 7 out of 9, but Param has given the answer fast to fastest. So these type of things you can do by using these techniques. There are innovative teaching methods, uh, that is learning management systems, blended learning, embodied learning, learning by doing science, gamification of learning, computational thinking, crossover learning, learning through argumentation. These are the different innovative teaching methods that we that the people are using everywhere. So learning management system, I will tell you in briefly. A learning management system provides an instructor with a way to create and deliver content, monitor student participation, and assess student performance. We can use these. I've named the Moodle, Google Classroom, this Blackboard. You can use these models, and with that model, with that learning management system, you can record all the data of the student for the years. So if I come on this blended learning, I will tell you this is the mixing of online and physical mode of learning. That is 30% and 30% to 70%. It varies from course to course. Instruction is delivered online. For the clarification, the student come to the teacher only. Face-to-face learning is less. Online learning is more. That is, because I want to teach. Suppose I want to teach this topic to you. I have to send this video or this PPT to you well in 2 days advance or 1 day advance. Then next day at home in the evening, you will not be having any homework. You will see my PPT, you will note down your doubts, and the next day you will come in the class. Firstly, you will sit with your group. There will be a 3 4, suppose in your class there are 40 students, we'll make group of 10 students each and you discuss the things there. Some doubts will be cleared there, and if again there are some doubts, you will come to the teacher, and then explanation from other groups will be there. That is the peer interaction will be there. And otherwise, if nobody is giving the correct answer, the teacher will elaborate on the things. So it is the blended mode. So in ingredients of blended learning, that is live events are there, self-paced learning is there, collaboration is there, assessment there, performance support is there. I come on this flipped learning. This is one of that one is which I like most one, that is the flipped classroom, in which the short video lectures are viewed by students at home before the class session, while in class time is devoted to exercises, projects, or discussions. This is the traditional classroom. In the flipped classroom, in traditional, lecture is given, homework is given. You have to write the question from 1 to 30 on this page. Flipped mein, the lecture is with the student 1 day advance. In the classroom, there is discussion. Students are discussing with the teacher. That is, I could not understand this, why this happened, why you've written this. Those type of things will be there. If you go for this flipped teaching at home, what the teacher is doing, create video lecture, share with the students, that you do your own recording. There are free software. Screencastify is a that one is free software that you can record your lecture on this camera. With this PPT, you can this PowerPoint presentation, you can record your lecture. Then student will watch the lecture at home, prepare question for the teacher for the next day. Then at school, teacher facilitate discussions, answer student questions. What the students are doing, ask question, participate in learning activities. The learning will be more. And here the student is self motivated. Student पे भी pressure है. ये नहीं है कि सिर्फ homework करके ले आना. Homework करने question लिख ले तो homework हो गया. No, you have to ask the question in the next day. And technology will not replace teachers, but teachers who use technology will replace those who do not. I come on only these 2 3 slides. This is the 4 C's from United Nation. That one is United Nation development goals. That is collaboration, communication, critical thinking, and creativity. 4 things, 4 C's are given by the United Nations as the development goals, that is collaboration, communication, critical thinking, and creativity. and every school or college has to practice in its own curriculum. Then 10 ways to improve student engagement in virtual classroom. First thing is break the ice. That is, you should know the students by name. You should know the liking of the student. You should know that is how will students behave. If it is possible, to ask everybody to on his or her camera on the that one is on the laptop or on the mobile. Try to there should be the only laptops. That is break the ice with the students. And before starting the session, use any OER, Mentimeter, this Kahoot, and there is another software, Meeting Pulse. If you go on the Meeting Pulse, that is a very good software, OER. You can use that, and that is I could not make a slide for you on the Meeting Pulse, but if you try that, Meeting Pulse is very good. Break the ice before starting the class. Break the ice with the students. You come to know what the students know and what the students do not know. Foster a community. Make a group. Behave. Make a group. Make a WhatsApp group. Make a Telegram group. Make a email group. Make a group on the learning management system, that is students can interact with you. Create individual learning plans. That is, not every learning plan can't be made for all the students. We can't go with a single learning plan for all the students. Make individual learning plans. That is, there are different types of students on the basis of their IQ and EQ. You have to make the individual learning plans. Develop curriculum around shorter content. That is, content should not be too much. We have to give the students content. We have to teach them for 30 minutes or 20 minutes or 25 minutes in a virtual classroom. We can't give a lecture for 2 hours or 3 hours. Integrate face-to-face virtual interactions. I've sent you, I've told you that is online camera should be there. Learning by doing. Give them some work. There are so many OERs that you can do formative testing for everything. Add flexibility into the curriculum. You can take the options, provide opportunities to collaborate. That is, you have to give some project that you can collaborate 3%, 4%. You make a group online and you do that assignment. Not give assignment like that. That is, every student have to do some assignment. Make there are 40 students, make 10 groups of 4 each. That is, everybody has to collaborate, and those people have to present a joint assignment. Then communicate and communicate with everyone. That is the major thing in an online medium, through text message, through online message, through WhatsApp message, or through email, or through call. Communicate with them, or through this video conferencing. Then solicit feedback. That is the main thing, where we are the laggards. We Indians are laggards. Solicit feedback for every session. Make a feedback pro forma. That is what you have learned. Make a feedback pro forma that is closed ended as well as open ended, so that students can tell you what are your drawbacks, and students should be made free from any fear, so that those can give you a good feedback about your lesson. So these are communicate and collaborate. Kahoot, Slack, Canva, Flux time is there, Screencastify. You can use any of the technique to do these things. So I end here with my lecture with the quote of Albert Einstein, who say, I never teach my pupils, I only attempt to provide the conditions in which they can learn. So with this I end my this introduction. You can ask me any question which you want to ask, please. Yes, please. Anybody want to ask anything or want to share? You are welcome.